What's up, guys? We picked up another couple of parts for the track car. We got the ASR, it's the Dogbone shifter relocator, and also the BWR. These are the billet shifter bushings. The ASR Dogbone shifter has these 4 parts that it's included with. You have the locking nut, the shifter relocator itself, the shift knob stock, and the locking sleeve. First, put on the locking nut, spin it all the way down. Next, thread on the relocator itself. Make sure you have a decent amount of thread holding onto it. You do not need to go all the way down. I went as close to the bottom as possible, and from there I'll determine where I want to keep it. After you've determined where you want yours to sit, go ahead and thread the locking nut up, hold it up against the shifter relocator, and then just tighten it. Next, go ahead and thread in the stock for the shift knob. Now, depending on the kind of shift knob you're using, if you have one that has the numbers on top, I do not. I'm using a Buddy Club shift knob. You'll want to put your shift knob on next, and depending on which way the numbers are facing, that gives you the adjustment to spin it to your liking, so that way they're lined up correctly. Next, you'll take the supplied locking sleeve, thread that in from the bottom of the relocator, and using a 5mm, this is a hex head socket, mine's bent but it works fine still. You can spin this all the way up until it meets with the stock for the shift knob, and you can position your shift knob correctly, and then just tighten it up completely once you're happy with the position. Installing the BWR shifter bushings is relatively easy. You're going to need a 12mm socket plus your ratchet and more than likely a 6-inch extension. This one is nice. It comes in the 2-piece, which doesn't require you to modify the end of the shift linkage. You can just squeeze it over and tighten it. Nor do you have to use the 2 metal sleeves that are originally on your old rubber bushing. Same with the front. You just squeeze these in. It does require that you have the correct plate, which is on the transmission, but very easy to install. Now, I'm not going to show you how to install this. If you want to click in the corner of the video, I did the F5 shifter bushing and it shows you how to get it down. It's very easy, just 2 12mm bolts. This one will be even more simple than that video, but I'm not going to go ahead and redo that since I already made a video on that. But this one I'll show you very quickly how easy it is to put in. Underneath the car, at the front of the shift linkage, you just need to remove this 12mm bolt. This is that metal the metal cover I had talked about. You're going to need that for the installation of this bushing. Now, I have a hard race bushing in here, so it's already in 2 halves. If you have the stock one, it'll be rubber with a screwdriver or maybe a ratchet or something. You'll be able to just slide it in here and kind of pry it out. It's usually very easy to remove. For the first piece, we're not going to use the outside sleeve anymore. I don't think it's necessary because we're using this solid billet piece. It didn't seem to go on easily, so I just got a little hammer. There. Now we need to get the front part of the linkage on, so I'm going to hammer it a little bit back. Alright, I got it on. Had to use my hammer, hit on it down the bottom. Use it on top also, so I did scar the aluminum a little bit. If you're worried about this looking pretty, then this might not be the part for you unless you want to get a file out, file everything down and make it a perfect fit, but I think that might take away from it being as solid as it is, me having to hit it in and squeeze these joints together. This bushing is flush with the mount point on the transmission now, so we can just get the cover back on and install your 12mm bolt. And once you have the cover on, you cannot even see the bushing any longer. It's solid. The front one is replaced. I have my old F5 one in the rear. I'll show you right now the difference between that one and this one. But job finished on that. And here's that rear joint that I had. It's already set on. Same thing. We used the two 12mm bolts. Didn't have to use the supplied washers. And that one was a very easy install. If you want to remove it, just a 12mm socket with an extension in your ratchet, your exhaust, depending on what you have. I have a 2.5-inch exhaust on here, so it's a little big, but I was still able to maneuver around it without having to remove it. And here's the final position I'm going to try out with my shifter relocator. It's a little closer to the wheel, a little taller now. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. With the billet aluminum bushings on the bottom, it feels very crisp. It's a great upgrade over the hard race bushings that I originally had in there. But for the price of both of these, you're looking at about $60, $60 to $70. I bought mine on Black Friday, so they were both like $29 for the relocator and for the shifter bushings. I think they're only a little bit more expensive now, but still worth the price of them. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like the parts, and I'll see you next time.